we're going to look through some guys that I was going to resign. We're going to go to the other Redskins franchise, and then we'll play some Ultimate Team to get ahead of us. Trey Pipkins is one guy that definitely could have a long-term contract here, especially if he could develop. Haig, obviously, him and Haig is a very expensive player on this team. Pascal is one of those guys we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to see how good he is. He wants a lot of money. He's also very, very young. I mean, six mils for like 4 years, in my opinion, for him. I mean, we haven't really used him that much this season. Obviously, in real life, he's a key asset to the Colts team, but in the franchise, so far, not yet. I'm gonna wait till after the season when we'll determine Evan Terry. That's if he's in the NFL or not. Chester Rogers, I have to look at his stats. Look out for him more. Obviously, a guy that's not been a really key asset. Clayton Gathers, I just think we can get somebody better. I mean, I'd rather just get a young safety. Let him go. Not pay him the loads of money he wants. Jamal Sheard is a guy that we could think about paying now. I'm going to pay him. I'm getting him in 1 year. But he went 8.86 mil, so that's something we have to think about as well. Devin Funches, obviously, had a pretty good season, I mean, he was picked up as the Colts, What we didn't expect, what we didn't expect anything to happen. We didn't know what was going to happen, and he blew up on the scene, He blew up, had a great year. Jack Doyle, obviously, a guy that, will be a day-to-day basis whether we re-sign him. I don't really know. I think we've definitely been using Eric Ebron a lot more than him. I think he's a great tight end. Just the fact that we have not used him as much. I guess we're gonna look at the stats. We gotta figure out who's better, who's not. We're 12-3, obviously. A great team. That's what makes the running backs even more. I mean, all these good teams have good running backs, and then we've got Marcus Green, a rookie, 5 rushes, 55 yards, 2 tutties. He had a great game last week. Funches has 51 yards on the season. Adrian has -4. I mean, if we look at the most yards, Wilkins has 19 carries, 64. He was kind of a workhorse last week, so, it worked out. He had a 46. Obviously, our long is probably, that was by Campbell, 51. Mac had 1,000 yards before he got injured. That sucks, bro. He's going to be back next week in a limited role. I don't really necessarily want him to see more than, like, couple snaps, just to get his body ready, warm him up a little bit for the playoffs. Even then, we might even just bench him next week. One guy that will be benched next week will be Jacoby Brissett. We cannot afford to have this guy get injured. I'm literally telling you, we cannot afford that. I feel like we pick up another quarterback, or did we pick up a running back? We pick up something, because we had 52 players. Unless that was the other franchise, which it might have been. Because we need a third quarterback. We're gonna need all of these guys. One of them will be practice squadron. Can't we practice with any of these guys? Tamuch and Hodges. We might have to move him to the practice squad just for this year. Maybe the next couple of games. Yeah. Move him to the practice squad. The Colts do it all the time. They moved Deion Kane. Just fortunately, he didn't make it back on to the team. They went for an experiment, didn't work. But we're gonna definitely bench Brissett. We also got Kaiser as well, and I think where's my dude so I can pick up another third quarterback. I think we need to re-pick up Nate Sudfeld. He's a guy that we definitely need to pick up. Obviously, they've got some young guys. You'd sit him as a rookie. Kyle Laletta. But I think Nate Sudfeld has to come back on to the team. Just for next week. Yeah, that's literally all I'm doing on this franchise. There's another franchise I'm in. I didn't even know it was in it. They're in like they've been in week 10 for forever, so I don't know. Week 10 here. We lost this game pretty much. We should be 5-4. The playoffs come like the reach for the playoffs comes low. The window to make the playoffs is getting smaller and smaller. Obviously, we've got Gardner Minshew. We picked him up. You know, we had to pick up somebody. We needed somebody else. Picked up Minshew. We obviously got Shane Buechele as well. And I think we need to move one of our quarterbacks to practice squad because we've got too many. Obviously, Mohamed Sanu might have to go play running back or receiver a little bit more. Practice squad eligible. Seems we have too many people on our practice squad. And these weren't guys that I think I chose to put on the practice squad. So Kevin Ewing, I don't really care. Relice. Blake Barnett is gonna get back on to the practice squad. He's seen a couple reps. I just don't think he's ready. I think it's gonna come down to Shaylee and Gardner Minshew. What number should Minshew wear? Minshew Magic's gonna wear number 2. It's written. Actually, did he wear the same number in college? I wonder what he wear in college because I might just go with that number. He was number 16, yeah. And then he's number 15 in the NFL. We'll give him number 2, why not? I think he'll be thugging with the number 2. He's in his 3rd season here. Shane Buechele in his 1st. Mohamed Sanu in his 9th. You know, he was a 1-year contract. Nothing too serious. You know, he's supposed to be for trick plays and stuff. He might play a little more receiver than anything. The problem is we're not even getting these receivers involved, so we're just probably gonna move him back to receiver at the end of the season and release him. That's what's gonna have to end up happening. We have a guy that's just gonna get on and move Shane Buechele to a elite quarterback, which would be nice. Yeah, we obviously need Shane Buechele to play good in the next game. We've got Gardner Minshew, and we've got 2 options. 3 if you want to count Haskins, to start against the Dallas Cowboys. You know, yes, this could be a big win. You know. This is really going to be huge for who starts. Shane Buechele obviously going to get a star. He could develop early on, and you know we develop him. He could become a 70 maybe next season, in my opinion. I don't think he can get Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, even close, honestly. We're in week 10. He's thrown a couple picks. Because of my fault, I just been throwing it up at the end of the game. But for now, I mean, Gardner Minshew obviously just got on the roster. And even I think if we need a new quarterback, we'll probably keep Haskins, just because he's not off contract. Or if we don't, maybe Gardner Minshew shows at the end of the season, or somebody shows that they're the star. We'll keep him. We'll probably start him the first couple of games, and then finally end up putting him on the bench. So yeah, Buechele had nowhere to go. That's one thing we definitely need to work on is linemen. I think we've got a couple holes there, but something we've just got to play better. Damn, dude, yeah, it's a lot of pressure. We've got a really good defense, in my opinion, though. So that's nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously, we've got the workhorse, Darius Geis. When we first got him, we know it was kind of it was an iffy whether he was going to be the future running back for this team or not. Oh, Parsons, he couldn't come down with it. But dude, he's really made a case that he is a elite quarterback. You know, a running back. You know, he wants a lot of money. You know, he was saying, listen, I kind of want to be traded at the restart to die season, seeing trouble with Dwayne Haskins. You know, not getting him the ball, making him look bad, and you know, he's kind of changed his mind a little bit, and he was all in. You know, we started benching him a little bit more. You know, we had other options. You know, because he wants out. You know, we're not gonna waste our time with him, right? And you know, he came around and he said, listen. He says, well, heated after that game. There's something I want to be more than a Redskin. So, you know, we'll see. I think he'll definitely get re-signed. It'll be a day-to-day basis. I think after the game, I think he already got re-signed actually. I have to check, but yeah, he's one of those guys that you know are gonna give him a big role into the offense. He was a huge role in Giants game. You know, without him, that game was going to be a different game. As that's a little bit overthrown. Obviously, Shane Buechele, you know, a rookie, wasn't drafted too high. He was actually drafted by the Browns. So that shows exactly how much these guys liked him. They only wanted Dorian Thomas, you know. Chiefs gave up a lot of value to pick him up off the Browns. The Browns picked him a little like couple of picks before we would have. So you know, I mean, they also wanted him. They couldn't get him, unfortunately. It wasn't that they were even thinking about Vincent Dwayne Haskins at the time. You know, they were gonna use him as an option play. They wanted to get him in the game. They didn't care how bad, or not how bad, how good Haskins was. They wanted him to be asked to that offense. And you know, now they're gonna look at him and say, listen, we wish we would have, you know, traded up and got him, because he was such an asset to the team, you know. And I mean, I was going for that. Yeah, and then they couldn't get him. They traded, I think, a 5th for Shane Buechele, which was not the best option for them. They paid pretty high for him. For a guy that's never seen an NFL snap, preseason or anything, you know, they've never seen how he played. They have college tape, and you know, whatever the Browns maybe have told him about practice. I mean, they didn't have much on this guy. They took a shot at him, and you know, he's rookie on this team, and I believe this will be his first NFL start. So, you know, I say believe. Well, Gardner Minshew got signed to die. Roster, I think he's more of a backup plan, you know. I think if we go in and we're down by like 21 early on, we're gonna end up benching Shane Buechele if he's just making bad pass after bad pass. You know, I mean, it's something like, I'm not just gonna, like, you know, bench him right away. I think we'll put Gardner Minshew in. I think if he's gonna be a starter on this team, it's gonna be, you know, something that progressively comes. Because I really do think that Shane Buechele could be the starter for this Redskins team. I do deep down think that he could be a starter. Yeah. The problem is a lot of pass rush comes out of him. I can't really blame him for that. The diet. So I don't know. I'm surprised the Giants never gave Kyle Lauletta a chance to be a starting quarterback. I don't even know if he's still on the. I don't even know if he's still on the die team. Well, I don't know how long Shane Boucher will be on the die team, because we might do something like pick up somebody out of die free agency at a quarterback. I don't think there's gonna be any good quarterbacks in die free agency, but if there is, you know, we're picking one up. Or I don't know if, you know, the die draft is. I've seen enough from Shane Boucher, like, you know, past that we're so far off the mark. Seems some good though. Obviously he's a rookie, you know. We're gonna have to build this guy into a superstar. We tried to build Dwayne Haskins last year. Had a good season. No, this year he could not follow up with diet. And you know, maybe it's Gardner Minshew. You know, a guy that just got left in die free agency. He's still a dime right there. There, you know, wasn't signed. We noticed him yesterday, and we picked him up right after die game. So, I mean, when you see that notification that right after die game, right after the game, that the Redskins pick up another quarterback. Oh fuck! You know they're gonna already assume that. That they're quarterback hunting, and then next day you hear, you know what, Dwayne Haskins is going to be benched in favor of Shane Boucher, and you know, not even that, it may not be, because you could get another notification today hearing Shane Boucher has been benched in the favor of Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is a dude that blew up on the scene, and ended up being a damn good Jaguars quarterback, but they did say there was no doubt that when Nick Foles came back, he was going to start. So, no. You got that going for them, but I still think he was just too good. He was too good in Philly to be released. If you can get there, and that's almost caught. Somehow it's picked, but you know, I see a lot of good from Gardner Minshew. This dude could definitely be a Redskins starting quarterback. Not necessarily saying he could at least win a Super Bowl. I don't think Haskins will do that for sure. But I was out of bounds. I just stopped my feet and stop him in time. Dime, dude. He didn't catch it though. Man's just a dog, dude. I really do think that if we're gonna make the playoff, playoffs, we're gonna face more, or we're gonna have to start Minshew magic. Minshew mania is about to start running wild in Washington. Obviously, you know, talking to the receivers, you know. They worked with Dwayne Haskins. He's just not the same guy, you know. No, I mean, I think he's a phenomenal player. He's just not the same guy that they played with last year. They think that they're playing with a whole new guy. They don't think this is Dwayne Haskins. You know, they think something happened to him, you know. They think that something's come up in his life. He's doing something that has changed his game, because there is no way. This is not the guy that they played with last year, I believe. I mean, you know, they said that they played with this guy, this guy, the first half of the season. Then they went on a 10-game win streak, and you know, that's when the real Dwayne Haskins, they believe the real one, showed up. You know, Jim King took over. Dwayne Haskins started playing like a god, and then now then again, he's playing back where he was when he first started out. Pressure is getting to Minshew. But I definitely do think that, you know, I mean, there is an opportunity. I don't see Haskins not getting back into the game, but I don't see uh, that we don't put him back in. I think it's too far to the end of the season that we're winning games, but the problem is we don't have a starting quarterback, and we have to figure out who's gonna start for the rest of this season, quick. We better announce who's gonna finish the season because we're running out of time, we're running out of options, and we don't want to go in the playoffs having a quarterback. Uh,
Recon 132, Leaf River, Leaf River. Ready, ready. 8, read. Now. Set, ready, 50, plant. Set, hut. Here we go. 60, Pittsburgh. Topper, topper. Get it. Here we go, set. 10, Tucson. Shoot. Down. 30 base. 80 weapon. Set, go. Ready up. Greystone travel. Fire. Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. 6-6, bullet high. Huck, go. Okay, break. Pilot, 6, ready, ready. Ready, 10, Lobo. Hit it. Let's go, 18, Gator. Head up. Got it. Leaf River, Leaf River. Set up. 90, Wolf. Now. Ready, ready. Set up. Let's go now. 60 ore. Get it. Here we go. 60 outlaw. 61 matchbox light. Shoot. Set. 70 Indy. Set, go. Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Approach fire. Set, ready. 8 Reed. Blue draw corkers. Yo, 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 go, go. Huck, go. Here we go, here we go. 50, plant, recon, ready, ready. Here we go, set, 60, hit it. Ready, set. Head up. Down. 10 Tucson. Leaf River, Leaf River. base. Now. Ready? Let's go. Get it. Set up. 18 Gator. Shoot. Ready, break. Set, go. Let's go now. 9-5. Here we go. Puck, go. Set. 60 oars. 80 weapon. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Hit it. On the ready. Put it. Set, ready. 70, Indy. Pilot, 60, Leaf River, Leaf River. Here we go, here we go. Now. Here we go, set. 18, Gator. Set, hut. Down. 8, Reed. 6, get it. Come on, set. 50, plant, shoot. On the double. Yep. Set, go. Ready. Fire. On the set. X3. Puck, go. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready, ready. Let's go. 10 Tucson. Hit it. Okay, ready? Head up. Set up. 30 base. Blue draw course. Leaf River. Leaf River. Let's go now. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Recon 132 fighter. Now. Here we go. Set hut. Set. 10 Lobo. Get it. 18 Gator, 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Shoot! Set, ready, 90 Wolf. Set, go. Here we go, here we go. 60 Orange. Topper, topper. 5. Here we go, set, puck, go. Down. 60 Outlaw. Ready, ready. Come on, set. 70 Indy. Hit it. Ready, 18 Gator. Hit it. Let's go. 8 Reed. Leaf River, Leaf River. Set up. 50 Plant. 6-6 Bullet High. Hey, Foxtrot, now. Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Orbit, set up. Here we go. 10 Tucson. Yo, yo, faster. Get it. Set. 30 base. Shoot. Ready. Set, go. Ready, up. 5. Ready, ready. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. X3. 218 Chopper. Hey, Alpha. Huck, go. Okay, break. Protein spill. Golf, golf. Ready, ready. Got it. Hit it. Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Recon 132 Fighter. Hit it. Ready, ready. Leaf River, Leaf River. Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator, 22 jumps, now. Here we go, set, 90. Hey, exit, set, hut. Down, 60 orange. Go. Get it. Ready, set. General West. Hey, what? To go. Ready? 70, Indy. Fire. Let's go. 18, go. Set up. 8, read. Ready, ready. Ready, break. Hit it. Weapon.